The two of you together, first of all, the movie is hilarious.
Oh, good.
I was laughing so hard, and that whole gag reflexing, I don't know how you both didn't just lose it every single time.
I did. I basically ruined the, I ruined like 15 takes.
We did a lot of takes.
Yeah. Had you met before?
Met, yeah, we'd met,
Yeah.
but we didn't really know each other.
I remember meeting Johnny. I was invited to like some type of after show thing in London.
Yes.
And it was the first time we really hung out.
How long ago was this?
Maybe 4 or 5
4 or
years
5
ago.
years.
Mm-hmm.
And I went in and, you know, I thought I was like sort of cool until I met him. And then he was like so cool and rolling cigarettes and stuff. And I was like, wow, I'm a total nerdy mom. And I'm like, and then he was like, oh, I was like, wow, you can roll a cigarette like that? And he's like,
May not have been a cigarette, Gwyneth, but...
Got a good point.
Okay, so you didn't really know each other, and then you worked together. Were there surprises? He's hilarious, isn't he? That, to me, I think is a surprise to a lot of people, is how exactly funny he
he's
is.
the funniest person I've ever worked with. I wet myself and like pitted out laughing.
Was that, was that in the bathtub?
No, it wasn't.
I did wonder.
Why the water was staying so pleasantly
It
warm.
was so warm.
So what drove you crazy about Johnny? Tell us the worst thing about him.
He's sort of perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, he's pretty amazing.
Something must have driven you crazy working with him.
You know how like your alarm clock might go off and it might say like, oh, it's 8, I need to get up and go to work.
Right.
I think when Johnny's goes off, he's like, oh, I need to sleep for 6 more hours.
Because I have to work today.
Right.
So
He just is a different, he's too cool to follow a regular 24-hour schedule like we do.
I see.
I mean, my on time is just slightly late, that's all.
Right.
Well, then why don't people tell you like an hour or two earlier so
I
that
beg
then you
them
would
to.
be?
I beg them to.
And they don't do it?
They won't. They won't fool me.
What did they don't fool you?
They can't fool me.
I
that way.
see. And what does Gwyneth do that is drives you crazy?
She's just Gwyneth.
Yeah.
She's just, look at her.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
She's fantastic.
She's a wonderful thing.
She is a wonderful thing.
All the way, yeah.
You each have 2 children. How old are your kids now, Gwyneth?
My daughter's 11 and my son is 8.
That's crazy.
I know, it's going fast.
And your kids, Johnny?
My boy's 12 and my daughter's 15.
And have they met? Have your kids met each other?
Our kids met Jack on set.
That's right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what's the easiest, the girl or the boy? Yeah, I'll start with Johnny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are they both hard?
They're both wonderful. But you know, as a grown man and a father, and you know, a man, there's nothing you can understand about a teenage girl. Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
But,
No, she's amazing.
But you're so
The problem is she's
cool.
infinitely more sophisticated than I am. And she
I
can
see.
run circles around me, and she knows she's got me wrapped.
Oh, I see.
Around the pinky.
But she has to know how cool you are, right?
I don't think she would ever think that.
Really?
Most likely not.
That's just insane that your daughter wouldn't understand how cool. Do your kids know how cool you are?
Well, I thought they thought I was cool until we were just on holiday and my son asked me not to walk near him on the sidewalk,
Yep.
which felt great. And my daughter was like, Mom, we're going to brunch without you, bye. And I was like, you realize I'm here alone, like, you guys go. They're like, we're fine, we're going by ourselves. So, yeah, Moses didn't want to walk next to me after she didn't want to have brunch with me. And I was like, you know, like, I'm like in movies and stuff, you know? And he's like, exactly.